And hello, everybody, and welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Lauri Albert. I am your host, Lauri Albert, and welcome to the show. I appreciate you tuning in to us. Spiritually Speaking is an interactive show that embraces all things spiritual. Every week we talk about spiritually in the news, and we just have a topic of discussion. I have guests, obviously, because today I have a really special one, and I have a spirit line where you can call in, you can ask a question, you can ask for a reading, or we can just discuss. So how fun is that? So at any rate, enjoy the show tonight. I'm really excited because I have a very special guest tonight, which I will introduce in a few minutes. However, I have so much spiritually in the news stuff to talk about. So, this week, aside from political stuff, aside from the hurricane, which I am not diminishing at all. That was absolutely horrible. And my prayers and my thoughts just go out to all of the victims. It's just incredible what's happened in Houston and all of Texas, or a lot of Texas, I should say. So prayers go to them. So, but there's so much other stuff that happened. Louise Hay, I don't know if you're familiar with Louise Hay, she created Hay House. Louise Hay is like the mother of affirmations. She was amazing. So she passed away this week. She transitioned. I don't like to say passed away, so she transitioned this week, and it was really sad. It was really a shame that she's no longer on this earth. But what is totally cool is that she transitioned the very same day that Wayne Dyer transitioned 2 years ago. And the two of them together, and if you don't know who Wayne Dyer is, I'm sure I will talk about him. You should Google him. If you're watching this show and you don't know who Wayne Dyer is, Google him, because he's amazing, as well as Louise Hay. So prayers and thoughts go out to her family. I've got great news. Great news. Mercury is out of retrograde. Woohoo! Life is good again. I've been talking to people today because Mercury went went direct today, this morning, and everybody I told was like, so yeah. So we're gonna have another 10 days or so of a little squirreliness. So be careful driving. I don't know what it is about Mercury being in retrograde and people driving. I just don't know. But be careful driving. Just be patient. That's all I want to say. So, and then I want to, before I introduce my very special guest, I want to read our horoscope for the week, right? Christopher Renstrom, rulingplanets.com. He's fantastic. I can't say enough about this man. I've been a fan of his for years, and I messaged him and said, please let me use your weekly forecast. And he's like, of course. So I'm hoping to get him on as a guest. That would have to be like a 4-hour-long show. So, but at any rate, let me read this week. Okay, so this is for September 4th through the 10th. The tide of fortune starts to turn. I need my glasses. The tide of fortune starts to turn in your favor this week, thanks to the Sun-Pluto trine. A trine is when the best qualities of both planets come out, which makes you the lucky beneficiary on September 9th. So keep that date in mind, September 9th. This is when you could come into a lump sum of money. Happy times, right? Pluto was named after the Roman god of wealth and the underworld. So you could inherit or receive a reward, settlement, return on an investment, or substantial profit on a sale. Hello? That's insane. That's the best news I've heard in a long time. It's money when you need it, which is always a boost to your morale and confidence. It's also a reminder to never allow yourself to fall prey to scavenger doubts and worries. You should know by now that you carry the secret to your success deep within. The key is in recognizing it. Don't you just love this guy? So anyway, look for that little lump sum of money. How awesome is that, right? So I'm super excited. So anyway, I'm so excited I get to introduce to you a very good friend of mine, dear friend. Her name is Cheryl Murphy. She is a psychic medium, and she is very special at what she does. She's like, oh, but she's very special at what she does. And I know everybody has been calling in. We've probably had 50 calls in the last hour. And of course, I can't pick up your calls, and I apologize for that before the show starts. So I just would like to introduce you to my very special guest, Cheryl Murphy.
Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you
for coming in.
Thank you for having me, Lauri.
So excited to have you on this program.
I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my gosh. And I have to tell you, Cheryl is one of those, I believe, natural psychic mediums. She just knows stuff, which is a good thing, right? It's a good thing, you know. And I'm just so honored that you would consent to be on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy to meet you and to work with you. I mean, you're a fellow medium, so just as special. And we're hoping to provide everyone tonight with some wonderful readings, we hope.
Yes, we're going to take calls in just 1 minute, but I want, for those readers, what am I saying? For those viewers who aren't familiar with Cheryl, I'd like for you to just talk a little bit about yourself and tell us what you've been doing. And I know you have a healing prayer circle. And she is so busy.
Yeah, thank you. Well, if I could just tell you a little bit about myself, because I was born in Houston, and with Houston and Harvey, our prayers out to you, Houston, and family and friends. But I know they're staying strong. So I am from Houston, and I've grown up actually in a psychic family. So the women in my family are psychic. And it's an ancestral lineage. So my great aunt was psychic, and my great-great-grandmother. So it's in that family. Now my brothers and sisters, now in my family are psychic. But my great aunt was hired by the government to find a missing plane and pilot.
Oh my God, that's incredible!
It was incredible, and she did find the missing pilot and plane in the snowy mountains. So unfortunately, the pilot was no longer living, but it was a search and rescue. So
but you know what though, the fact that they found him, I mean, or whoever it was,
I know. It's remarkable.
Huge. That really is.
It was very healing for the family.
Wow, that's great. So tell us about your healing circle that you have. I'm so jazzed about this. So.
I know, and everyone who's already a member that's on the call tonight, on the show tonight, thank you so much for being a part of the Healing Prayer Circle. So on my website, you can go there and find my link to join my Healing Prayer Circle. It's a free online platform where we get together once a month and we create an environment or a group feeling of healing energy and support for one another. So I ask people to mail in their prayers or, type them in on the chat box while we're even on that Zoom online video program. And we say a prayer, we do meditation. We created a healing environment. So if you want to manifest healing, whether it's health or finance or, looking for a new career, a lot of people were looking for jobs at one point. And even for family members. So people are writing in asking for healing for their family members, which we so appreciate. So I love offering that every month.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Now, I know you do. Now, she also does readings professionally, too. So you can go to her website, which is psychicmediumcherylmurphy.com.
That's right.
Right. And I'll have that on my Facebook page after the show is over.
Yeah.
So, and you can, and then you have another program coming up that is really exciting.
I just am going to start this month, in the month of September, a monthly mentorship program, which is where we join together once again in a group video online course, and I'll be teaching you about the everyday tools for everyday intuition to help you build and grow that psychic ability that we all have. It's natural, right, that we are all naturally psychic and intuitive. It's really just about believing that and opening up that confidence level to where we can actually experience it for ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
So I'm really going to enjoy that.
Yeah, definitely. So you can go to her website, and there's a place where you can sign up for her
the Healing Prayer Circle.
Healing Prayer Circle and a newsletter, right?
I do have a newsletter, and what's great about my website, I have to brag a little bit, is because I offer 5 top tools to ignite your psychic ability. So if you would go to my website, it's psychicmediumcherylmurphy.com, where I teach people through 5 top tools how to ignite your ability, whether it's learning how to send and receive energy, or learning how to get a yes or a no when you have a question for spirit. So it's kind of neat. In your mailbox or in your inbox, you'll receive a tool every day to help you with your intuition and help that grow.
Oh, that's great.
I know. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And can I share one more thing? Is locally, my good friend Kate Kofelt. Yeah, that's okay. We were going to add that.
I knew there was one other thing.
We would have added it in for sure. And my good friend Kate Kofelt, who's another wonderful medium, she and I will be at the Omen Garden in Sherman Oaks.
In California. We're in Los Angeles because I know I see area codes from all over the country.
So we're going to be there September 24th. It's a Sunday afternoon from 1 to 2:30. Kate and I will be giving readings and wonderful readings from your loved ones on the other side. So there'll be messages of love and hope and healing, we hope. So that's always fun to work with Kate. She and I have worked together a couple of times. So once again, it's Omen Garden. Yeah, Omen Garden, AUM, omengarden.com, and Sherman Oaks for September 24th. I'm excited.
That's great. Yeah, no, it's going to be a fantastic
to work with people in a group, too. I just love that energy.
Yeah, because you know what? Everybody is there together.
Yeah.
You know, and they're all bringing their own energy. And then you have a lot of spirits that come into play.
I know.
So should we take a call?
We should take a call because people have been so patient.
I know. You guys have been so patient. I so appreciate it. So we're gonna work on this here. We had a little difficulties last week, but we're good this week.
Yeah.
So. And hello, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Lauri Albert. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, my name is Donna.
Hi, Donna. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're good. Then you're going to have to speak up a little bit, okay? Just because there's a lot going on here.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
For Cheryl?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're pretty good. Sorry.
Okay. I just want to know if things are going to improve for me in the near future.
Ask it one more time, please, Donna.
I would like to know if things are going to improve for me in the near future.
Yes. Are things going to improve for Donna in the near future?
Wow. Go ahead. Are you getting something? Because
I get for you, Donna and Lauri. Well, we're going to jump in together.
I know. So, we've done this before, and we just jump right in.
I don't know if you. I feel it coming for you really within the next 2 months, even.
Yeah.
I mean, something's happening just right around the corner. I feel like it's right when the seasons change. So what I keep hearing are leaves falling, or when we get into the cooler temperatures of the year. But it will happen in 2017. It feels like your life is transitioning either for a better career opportunity or a better shift in that regard, because I feel like it's around finance. So I do feel a little bit more of a career path and a little bit more of a stronger income stream for you.
Yeah.
So what are you feeling there?
Well, I'm actually feeling the same thing. I feel like it's coming sooner than later. I feel like things, actually, to be honest with you, I feel like that you're starting to feel a little bit of relief right now, it feels like to me, but it's going to pick up speed is what it feels like.
Oh, good.
Yeah. That's always some good news.
I needed to go fast. I definitely needed to go fast.
If you just, you got to keep being positive. That's the whole thing is when you're what is the word I want to say? Whenever you're downtrodden and things are just not looking good, the trick is to stay positive. And I feel like that you actually are a pretty positive person. Would you say that you're a positive person?
Yes, I'm very positive. But lately, I don't know. Things were going really well for me. I started up my own business. I mean, things were going really good. Mm-hmm. And then I had a freaky accident. I broke my kneecap in 5 different places.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was like a freak thing. I was just walking, and my knee gave out. And I landed on it. I had surgery. We're going on 5 months. And I feel like I am just stuck in cement and everybody's passing me by.
Oh,
and life is just going and I'm just still stuck in the house. And that's how I feel. It's like, let me tell you, it's the most miserable thing on earth. I can't even explain it. So,
what's really interesting about that is I feel like you're very good at trying to stay positive. You're really good, but you need to keep going on because I think you're going to have a really good holiday. I think you're going to have I think it's going to be good. So do you have anything else for
I want to add one more thing, Donna, before we let you go on this call, but I do feel a sense of needing a little bit more balance. And after that knee surgery, it is about balancing that right with the left all over again. So you know how we get stronger on one side of the body to compensate, for the other side. So what I'm feeling is while you're at home and while you're, feeling like that with the world, really you just want to, we have to change that framework again, and to just know that, even though you may feel like that today, I know that tomorrow is going to be a little bit better for you. So something better is coming for you, and it does feel like a little bit more balance in your life. Yeah. And that's really going to take notice. Gosh, really just in the next 2 months is what I keep getting. So really coming on strong.
Oh, thank you so much, ladies. I so appreciate it. You made my night.
Oh, good.
Thank you for the call.
That's great. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it. Thanks for listening.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good night.
She was so sweet.
She was so sweet, and that's the key. You got to stay positive, because once you start going down that rabbit hole, it can become a whole other thing.
And a lot of shifting's happening right now, right? A lot of shifting is happening. So sometimes it does look bad, or it looks like a negative, but I trust that it will always turn into a positive for you. It really will.
Yeah. So that's
you'll
great.
You'll come out of this stronger, Donna.
Yeah, definitely. So good for you. Good going, Donna. So, and we have another call. Are you ready for another call? Are you good?
Yes.
Yeah, this is like fun. They're just coming fast and furious. All right. Hi, you're on the air with Lauri and Cheryl. Who am I speaking to?
Hello?
Hi. Who am I speaking to?
Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. You might want to turn your volume down, because I think I hear myself.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's great.
Yeah, sorry. I have to do that. I'm working on it. Hang on.
We'll wait.
Hang on.
Oh, goodness.
I'm trying.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, let me move away. All right, is that better?
Just move away. That's a good idea, actually.
Yes, I couldn't get the machine to work.
There you go. Hi, Kathy. Nice to meet you. How are you tonight?
Pretty good.
Good. And what is your question? Do you have a question for Cheryl?
My question is, I have moved recently back to somewhere where I lived before, some family here, and I'm trying to make getting clear where I fit and what kind of connections I need to make. Maybe like some idea of where. I mean, I'm doing several things, but I just wanted a little more insight.
Okay. Are you getting anything right off the bat?
Not just yet, but why don't you start from this one?
Well, first of all, I'm like sort of picking up on your energy that you are somebody who is a trooper. Like you just, what's the word when you just keep going?
Yeah.
Like you're not somebody, perseverance. Yeah. Thank you, God. The whole word thing for me lately is ridiculous. But I feel like that you're somebody who is not going to quit. Would you say that about yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's great. That is such a positive trait to have. I feel like that you get a little bit frustrated because you do try so hard and you keep going and going and going, and then you don't see things don't come to fruition fast enough for you. But I gotta say, sort of psychically, what I'm picking up. It's interesting. This is all psychic what we've been doing. I really feel like that psychically I'm getting from your energy that things are going to be paying off. It's like slow and steady wins the race, and that's not the best news to hear. I'm sure that you don't want to hear that. But,
but it's encouraging to know that something's happening, even if I can't see it yet.
And I just feel like things are slow and steady wins the race, and just don't give up. I keep hearing the word, now that she said it, I keep hearing the word over and over again, perseverance, perseverance. Is your father in spirit?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that he's looking down on you. He's with you, and he understands what's going on with you. And I feel like that he's rooting for you, and he's like your big cheerleader on the other side, and he's on the other side really helping you out. So are you picking up the father?
Yes, I did. And also I want to tell you, I know you're moving back home, and you're transitioning, right? So you're in the middle of transitioning, Kathy. And
yeah, I've already moved, but a couple months ago I moved.
Yeah. So Lauri's right. So, after this transition period of the move, though, it does feel like there's new people coming into your life. And I even feel like there's a club that you join. So there's like a new community club that you're going to join and meet really actually one or two very distinctive people that become like lifelong friends in your future.
Oh,
so
that's great.
I know. I feel like you're kind of opening up this part of yourself that's very creative, very maybe artsy or artwork. So I want to say that just be open to any community groups that are opening in your area, because I feel that you become this long-term member. There's a couple of really lifelong friendships happening out of that.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's good, because I haven't found them yet, but I've just got here, so.
Yeah.
And the father thing is very important. I was at the DACA thing this morning to protect the dreamers, and my father, he was always standing up for the underdog, and I felt him with me this morning.
That's probably why you needed to call in, and I have to tell you, I'm going to just say what I was telling Cheryl before the show started. I am so not happy about this DACA thing. I can't believe that this is happening or whatever. And I said, I'm not going to talk about it on the show because I don't want to alienate people, and I don't want to, it's like, I know it's my show, but you know what? That's why your father came through, because he wants to say to the world, this is like, we got to stand up for the people that need to be stood up for,
Yes,
so,
exactly what he would say.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? It's so funny because it was.
I got chills now talking.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. That's great. You know what? I love your father's energy, and that's probably why he came through to me, because I was so passionate about it earlier today too. I mean, I'm still passionate about it now, but I'm doing a show.
I couldn't tell. So. But your father is actually passing that torch on to you, though, about being an activist, being politically active, being politically aware, talking about it. And I just feel a sense of pride from her father, right? Big pride.
Yeah. So that's beautiful. Very beautiful. So.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you for calling in, Kathy. We really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
To you. And take care. Aw, that was so nice.
That was tremendous.
Yeah, that was really great. And you know what? It's so funny because I really wasn't going to, she knows, I wasn't going to bring up the DACA thing at all, right?
Yeah.
But,
that spirit, though, coming through just to confirm that it's okay for you to, also, voice your opinion, and that it's a lot of people are, have a voice. A lot of people are having an opinion these days. A lot of people are speaking out. So it's always for the better. So
it really is. And that's so amazing. And it's interesting because I'm very passionate, obviously, about my stuff anyway, but it was just really interesting that he would come through in that. And
for that topic.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's great. I love that. So, okay, we have another caller. And hi there. You're on the air with Lauri and Cheryl. Who am I speaking to?
Cassandra Gaffney.
Hi, Cassandra. How are you?
Hi. I've been better. How are you guys?
No. Cassandra, full disclosure, Cassandra is a client of mine, and she's, I'm not going to say your whole life.
I went to Cheryl one time, too, over the phone for my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Right. When is your birthday?
I've been to both of you.
Aw.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. So how are you? So you're not doing too good, huh?
No. But I do have a question.
You know what? Let's get Cheryl's interpretation of what's going on. What is your question for her?
What is going to happen with my career?
Okay. And Cassandra. Hi, Cassandra. So I do feel that, you are kind of butting heads at your current employment. And what I keep hearing from Spirit or, from my higher guidance when I connect with your energy, what I'm hearing is, back up and almost make a, 180 degrees, because it does feel like that job or that career path isn't working for you. Would that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yeah, it just feels like you're butting heads, and sometimes butting heads, we take it personal and think it's something that we did wrong. But I'm saying, oh no, you're being guided. You're being guided to do something else, and I do feel that you're in the healing work. Do you do alternative therapies, or you're in the healing work?
No.
Do you do hands-on healing, or you're in you study Reiki, or you're in hands-on healing with you? Does that make sense?
Maybe I should be.
I would suggest that if you're not, but I see you going towards alternative therapies. Is that something that you've been picking up with her? And
well, I actually was thinking of in terms of like her experiencing Reiki, that sort of thing, right, Cassandra?
Yeah.
I
mean, I work in TV, so that would be a complete turn.
Yeah. Well, no, what I'm saying, I don't necessarily mean to quit your job and like do Reiki all of a sudden. That's not what we're saying. But what I am saying is that I think you should go to somebody that does Reiki and have a session, is what I mean. I think that would be really, really beneficial for you. I think you would really love that, just the energy healing of it. It's a whole different thing than coming to me for a mediumship reading. So that's what I mean by that.
Yeah, so Cassandra, you've had problems with this current job for a while now, right? For a few months?
Yep.
Even longer. And so do you feel like it's really affecting you personally, right? Because I feel like you just keep trying and you're not getting anything, you're not getting any reaction out of, your efforts. Would that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I just don't really know where to go from here.
Well, sometimes the first thing to do is to really just think about not doing anything for the moment. And really what Lauri was saying about the Reiki, it's kind of about recentering yourself or balancing yourself. We would always say go within, right, to find that answer. Sometimes it's about just getting quiet for a few moments or a few days. And Reiki is absolutely a powerful tool to help you with that.
Yeah, I just really get a strong sense that if you went and had a Reiki session with somebody, and I know a ton of people, so we could totally hook you up there, but if you just had a session with somebody, it seems to me that you might get a better sense as to what it is, and maybe it would be something that would be, you never know, is my point. You just never know where it can lead, so yeah. So anyway, that's my
okay. Well, I've never done that before, obviously.
I know. So it's good to try new things now, right?
Yeah.
So wait, is today your birthday?
No, my birthday was in April. I went to Cheryl for a reading then. My mom got it for me.
Oh, right. Okay, got it. Okay.
Great. Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks for calling in, honey. I love it. How's where are you living right now?
Still haven't moved, but I'm moving in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Wow.
We'll chat. We'll have to get on. I've been meaning to text you and find out how things are going. So we'll get into that later.
Thank you so much for calling. And really, it's just about actually acknowledging where you are and feeling that stuck feeling or not feeling empowered. Yeah. That's all okay because that just means change is happening. That's all. And it's really just about self-care right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Because things are going to work out.
Okay.
Promise?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing, Cassandra. They always do. You just have, it's really a lot in how you look at it, number one, okay? And number two, it's staying sort of focused on what is happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about like being happy with who you are, where you are right now. And then from there, things can move along in the progression that they're supposed to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm just impatient.
Yeah, no. So. Well, thanks for calling.
Thanks, guys.
We appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
She's so adorable. I just love her. Love her. She's great. So.
She has a lovely energy about her.
Yeah, she really does. She really does. So, and we have another caller. This is amazing. This is so much fun, right?
Let's go.
Woohoo! We've got it going on. Hi, you're live on the air with Cheryl and Lauri. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, it's Dana, Lauri.
Dana! It's another friend.
Hi, Dana.
Hi.
Dana is a very good friend of mine as well, and she has actually. You know what, Dana? I'll let you ask the question. What do you have a question for Cheryl?
I just wanted to see if we can connect to my grandma.
Aww.
If possible.
I love her grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it make sense that either her birthday just passed or a significant date just passed with your grandmother? What's your name, Dana?
Yeah, her birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, did she live close by you at one time, Dana, or live in the area, live near you?
Yeah, pretty close. We could visit whenever.
So, do I have like a fun grandma energy coming through? I mean, I feel like your grandmother would want me to say she was all about fun, and she doesn't really sit around too much.
Yeah.
Sound like her?
Yeah, fun. Mm-hmm.
Fun, so
loving.
I have a really fun grandmother coming in, and I feel like she wants to talk about either, she's very, very creative too. I really feel like she was kind of a quirky energy. Everything was a little bit different with her. She wasn't like anybody else in really her sense of humor. Do you feel her to have that quirky sense of humor, right?
Yeah,
does it feel like, she's definitely different. And I really get this high energy grandma coming through of someone either who liked to dance or maybe she taught you how to dance or you danced with her. Would that make sense?
Yeah, there's a memory I have.
Yeah, memories.
Oh, see, that's what she's showing you. That's her way of validating that that's really her. That's the way that.
I have a memory that's always in my head of a specific incident
regarding dancing.
That's nice. Thank you. Well, we know your grandmother's here. Why don't you jump into and bring something through for Dana?
Okay, so I feel like that grandma is she's being kind of like, let's go, let's get rolling here. That's what I feel like, and her energy is really strong, like all this side of my body. And I feel like she's like, come on, Dana, let's go. Up to. She's like pushing you along. Like she's saying, come on, let's stop dilly-dallying. Let's go. Now, do you know what she would be saying that in regards to?
I could have my guess. Yeah.
You have a guess?
Yeah.
Well,
I have a guess of what it could be.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Yeah, I have a guess of what it could be.
Okay, because I feel like that she is really trying to sort of not motivate you necessarily, but just like encourage you. That's the word. Hey, I got a word. She's like really trying to encourage you to continue on whatever that path is, because now that I think you realize what she's talking about, and I feel like that she wants you to just keep going. And this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Whatever that is, I don't know, only you know. But she's like really, really encouraging, and she doesn't want you to stop. And don't second guess yourself. I feel like that she's talking to me about how you've been second guessing yourself a lot lately, and that that needs to stop. She's like, there's no room for that in this world. There's no room for that in your life, Dana.
Aww.
Okay.
Does she remember?
I know that she.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, does she remember the last time I was with her? The last time I saw her?
I mean, she remembers everything. I can tell you what I was bringing through a moment ago was about how you relied on her she was like a best friend for you, and how you relied on her for either confidence or she always gave you praise and just made you feel like you could do nothing wrong. Would that make sense to you? I just feel like lots of praise from her. Yeah, thank you. And and sometimes we miss our loved ones, right? Especially at nighttime or when we're in prayer, we miss our loved ones and we long for them, or we ask them for their help or to be closer. And I just feel like that she's around, and I can tell you that I feel like she's giving you a sign that she's around, because I feel like there's a knocking sound in your home, or there's a knocking sound that you might feel her being close to you. So, for example, you know how somebody like come to your door, but then there's nobody there, or somebody moves a chair. Yeah, have you had that experience lately?
I don't know. With knocking, but
yeah, I would keep open to that, because it's kind of like how you hear a door shut, or it's nothing to scare us. Of course, it's just like validation. Like there's some noise. Like she feels very loud. I'll come through very loud, and I'll make loud noises. But I feel like she's a guide for you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I miss her so much.
Yeah.
That's great, though. So keep listening for like the knocks, you know, or like a little knock at the door.
I definitely will.
Oh my God, that's great. That's fantastic. I love hearing that. That's a great.
And you might even hear a conversation on the television about someone talking about someone's knocking at my door all the time. Sometimes you hear the sign, you hear it being discussed, or you see an article in a magazine around knocking on door. Or, it's amazing how Spirit will open that up now, because the universe is always sending us signs all the time. It's really just us who need to open our awareness to the spirit world.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for calling in, Dana.
Yeah, keep that in your mind, That's great.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Thanks for calling,
Thank you to both of you.
I'll see you later. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Bye. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Oh my God, she's great too. So yeah, that's great. That's really cool. Because you know what? Spirits actually really do like to do that. They love well, I shouldn't say all of them, because that's not true, because there are some that just want to be sort of left alone. And then there are some that are not left alone, kind of thing. But they love communicating or trying to communicate with us. So yeah, when you hear a knock, oh my gosh, one night when I first started this, and I was meditating and I was trying to reach somebody that was really special to me on the other side, and I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I hear this. And I'm just like, what is that? And I have a dog, but there was no dog in the room. The door was closed. It was completely, and I just keep hearing this scratching. And I'm just like, oh my God. It was just really cool. It was really cool. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. It's just exciting, So they don't want to scare you, but they want,
I know, and even sometimes I feel a breeze, and you just feel that breeze to be a loved one coming through, and you just realize you were just thinking of them, and then a warm breeze or something enters you, and you feel it, on the back of my hair, my neck. I can even feel it. It just get chills.
Yeah. And you know what, too? I used to work at the Hollywood Palace in Hollywood, okay? And I used to do marketing, and my office was like under the stage. And one day I'm walking up to the stage area to the front, and this breeze, and there was no way that there would ever be a breeze there. There were no fans blowing, nothing was going on, and this breeze just went right by me. I thought it was a fly. This is a long, long time ago. And I'm like doing this, like thinking there's a fly around, and then I realized later, oh my God, that was a spirit. Because, in those old theaters in like old Hollywood and all that kind of stuff, there's a ton of spirits that are there, a ton. So, so just be aware. Yeah. That's the whole thing. Let's just be aware of what's there. Okay, I'm going to pick up this call because this person, whoever it is, has been calling nonstop.
Okay.
So, and hello there. You are live on the air with Cheryl and Lauri. Who are we speaking to?
This is Brenda.
Brenda?
Hi, Brenda.
Yes.
Hi, Brenda. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Do you have a question for Cheryl?
I do.
Hi, Brenda.
This is Brenda. Brenda? Hi.
She's shy. Well, what is your question?
My question is my son has been incarcerated, and he was unfairly, I want to say, I guess, was given a sentence that he was not really guilty of. And it was a 2-year sentence, and I was wondering if you see him coming home before then.
Yeah, I already felt that. I already felt that that he was coming home sooner, and I felt 3 to 4 months sooner. Has he already been in Has he already been in for a few months now?
Yeah, for about 3 months.
3 months. I felt him, I really feel that I felt like a total of 9 months totally. So, I don't feel like it's going to be tomorrow that he gets released, but I do feel, I just wanted to say very close to right around the end of the year change and the beginning of 18. But I did feel he'll be getting out like 3 or 4 months, beforehand. And I got to tell you, I don't know, you have a lawyer, right, helping you?
Yes.
I really it's a man, is that right?
Yes.
I feel really good with this person. He feels very, very thorough. So I feel like I'm very thorough. I feel like I've kind of, I've dealt with this certain particular case before. I feel like I can, make things, I can make it to where we can have him out sooner than later on good faith, etc. But I do feel like things work out for your son. So I'm very happy to hear that. And what about are you getting?
I actually was I was picking up your son's energy, and I actually kind of feel that this is like he's going to come out like a different person. Like this is really like sort of, how, I don't want to say rock bottom because that's really not the right terminology, but it's like it's a swift kick in the butt kind of thing. And I feel like that this is life changing. This is like, I feel like this is where my head, I wish you could just be in my head for like a minute. It's crazy, but it's crazy being in there. But I feel like that it's down and then I feel like it's going up. So I feel like that it's a really, as horrible as this sounds, and I don't mean this lightly, this is going to be like a positive thing. I feel like positive things are going to be coming down the pike after this. So.
Well, he was already in one time before, and he was actually on probation. And so he was doing really, really well. I mean, he had totally turned everything around, totally, and was doing well for himself and had accumulated all kinds of things because he had his own business. And he got pulled over, and an officer charged him for something, instead of speeding, charged him with something more because of his past record.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and so this is what happens, and so they didn't have the dash cams, they didn't have the anything to refute what the officer said, so the officer lied in court. Which in return caused my son to have his probation revoked, and so now this is where he is. So
yeah,
I don't know. It really shouldn't have happened, but it did, and so now we're just hoping that he's really not being there for 2 years. So
no, I don't see that, and I feel like it's a lot of red tape, right? So it's a lot of backpedaling for the attorney, a lot of a lot of sifting through information, but it feels like a stall just around red tape, and getting the paperwork done. But I don't see him serving out the full term. So yeah. I'm happy for that. I'm sorry about what happened though.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that too.
Me too. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate that.
All the best.
Yeah, all the best to you. Take care.
Thank you. You too.
Take care. Wow. I just really want to say, and this isn't exactly related to that caller, but as a psychic and as a medium, we have options, right? So Cheryl was sort of tuning into the situation and the energy around the situation. And because she was doing that, I thought, let me come at this at a different angle. So I started tuning into his energy. And I actually feel like he's a good guy. I feel like that it's a positive. He's a good guy, and it's going to be fine when he gets out. I feel like it's going to be great. So, and it's just interesting because when we do readings, we can come at things all totally differently in different ways, different places, and all that.
Yeah, because life experiences, right? The spirit world uses our life experiences, and because we have different life experiences, we may give different messages or tune in differently. And that's why it's great to kind of get a reading either from different people or just a couple of different people to see, because we all might be offering a little bit different information for what's most appropriate at that time, or tuning into a certain aspect of your life.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And that's actually, and it's fun for us because it's sort of like when we have, because Cheryl and I have done some readings together, and what's interesting is that it's fun for us to do readings together because we just like pounce. Spirit just comes in and we just pounce. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we kind of link in and power up, so to speak, or we link in with the spirit world or the guides and angels that are helping us. So we're always trying to offer what's most appropriate at this time, asking for what the greatest need is, where can we be of best service. So,
right.
Yeah, that's our intention.
Yeah. And before we do readings, whether it's this show or whatever, we ask Spirit for the highest and greatest good of whoever is listening, watching, whoever, one caller may say something that really means something to another caller. Right. And we may say something that means something to that caller or that call. And you just never know. You just have to be open. And that's what's so much fun. So should we take another call?
Sure.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. So
thank you. I'm excited that there's so many calls coming in.
Yeah, I know. You're on the air with Cheryl and Lauri. I forgot who we were for a minute there. Who am I speaking to?
My name is Sue.
Hi, Sue. How are you?
I'm doing okay today. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. What can we do for you?
I'm just wondering what my future holds as far as love and happiness. I lost my husband a year ago in March, and he had said that he would guide someone my way, and I think I'm about ready to go down that route and begin looking again, but I wasn't sure if that was something that's I need to pursue or if it will just come to me. Wondered what your thoughts were.
Yeah, I don't feel like you need to pursue it. I think how this is going to unfold for you, Sue, on your life path is because that's how you would like it anyway. I just feel as I connect with your husband, or if I connect with you a little bit, it feels like you would want it to be natural and unfoldment. I do see a person stepping into your life, and I feel like your husband, this guy was a strong protector, right? I feel very protective of you. Would that resonate with you? Would your husband be very protective?
Very much so.
Like he would only want the best for you, or he would only want, and he knows your, he knows your nuances, or he knows how selective or particular you are, and he would have been the same, and that's why you guys were so compatible. And I do feel a soulmate connection with your husband that's passed. I mean, would you have also felt that love there?
Oh yes, we were. Yeah, we had a love unlike a lot of other people.
Yeah, it was kind of one of out of those romantic tales, right? It's a love story that we have here, and I just feel the love continues, and I know that he's loving and supporting you, and I do feel him nudging you out and about, or to get out and about in your life. Yeah, you feel a little nudge to get out and about with your life and to get on with it, or to start doing things that you enjoy. But I do feel the meeting of a new partner comes naturally, where you don't have to join a dating group or anything like that. Like, you will meet someone who, and I kind of feel like he's kind of similar, or he may have a similar mannerism of your partner that's passed.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Was your husband a little bit not so much hair on his head?
Well, just at the end when he had gone through cancer treatment and started to lose his hair.
Okay, yeah.
But
he's coming through, and it's interesting that you're saying cancer, because I feel like that he was in pretty good shape, and then I feel like he got a little thin at the end. So yeah, I feel like that he was a bit like, he wasn't thin, he wasn't really big, but I feel like that he was like a mid. I'm just trying to describe him to make sure so that so that we can validate that it's him that's stepping forward.
Well, he had a very nice head of hair and a nice mustache, and we were together 35 years, and I kept asking him to shave his mustache, and he wouldn't. And finally, when he was in the hospital for the 3.5 months, at the end, he shaved his mustache, and it was the first time I saw him that way, and people didn't even recognize him in the casket.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
He had it for so many years.
Now, for some reason, I was actually thinking, and we're on video here, so I can't see you, but I kept hearing like that you were together for 48 years, but you're saying you were together for 35. So did you date for a while before, like for many years before you?
We were actually together. No, we were together 35 years, but only married for 13.
Oh, really? Okay. I wonder why I'm getting the 48. 48 keeps coming up to me. So
I mean, not that makes sense, but 35 and 13 is 48, but it's just 35 total.
That's funny. I can't imagine that Spirit would do that, but yeah, no, I can. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, that's true. Spirit does the craziest things, but I don't know. Are you 48 years old by any chance?
No, unfortunately not. A lot older.
So, well, you know what? You never know why they say maybe we'll figure it out at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's usually when Spirit tells us, makes us figure things out.
Can I tell you what I keep seeing, though, Sue? I keep seeing this wonderful writing pen that's very ornate or very particular. Like, it's not everybody's writing pen. It's very select. Would that make sense to you? Would you know of him having a writing pen or a writing style?
Not at all, no.
There's a particular pen that I keep seeing that's got an ornate configuration to it. I'm going to see what that means.
Well, let's see. Did he write you letters, kind of thing? I mean, wonder why he would be showing that. Was he? Did he have?
No, he didn't, he wasn't big of a reader very much. He not real expressive as far as writing things down. He would, more or less say things, but not really writing. That what he, wasn't his forte. So
yeah.
Oh, did he send you cards in the mail, like for Valentine's Day and for holidays?
Well, I would get them at home. Not that he'd mail them to me, but
yeah, you'd get them at home. I kind of feel, and I know this. We always want to open our hearts up and our imagination up, but I feel like. Go ahead.
No, go.
I feel like there's a card coming to you, or this person that you meet in your future might have that same mannerism of sending cards, or I feel like that. So if we don't write and be expressive, we do it in the form of cards and sharing that. But it feels like that. That's what I'm
saying. I feel like that whoever it is that is coming into your life is going to be somebody that writes you letters and stuff, and that will be interesting to see. I feel like that I feel like the writing thing, like this person is writing. So if it's not your husband, then I feel like it might be this new person coming into your life.
Yeah. So please keep that to this. Keep that, and things that haven't happened, I know in the past, are very likely to happen for you in the future.
So well, good luck.
Do you have any ideas, like a timetable, or I know there's no time with spirit. I understand that.
And your name is Sue.
Wow. Let's see.
I heard by March of next year.
Yeah, I heard not this year for sure.
I hear March of next year for spring. So that's what I'm picking up. And you heard next year too, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like next year. I feel like that it's going to be. You're going to meet in one of those sort of like movie type. Like you're going to be walking I'm just making this up. Just don't take this to heart, but I'm just making this up. Like you're going to be walking the dog, and the dog's going to run away, and he's going to catch the dog, and something along those lines. Something really sort of comical and movie-like. I feel like it's going to be, and I feel like that your husband is going to orchestrate that entire thing.
And I like the March connection. Actually, we first started dating in March, and he passed on the same day that we met on.
You have a spring connection. The two of you have a spring connection, and that's why he would have showed us that month. So very well. That's
great.
Very good. Well,
that's beautiful. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate it, and good luck. Good luck. Call us and let us know how you're doing.
I will. Thank you so much.
Right. You're welcome. Have a great night. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, so much fun.
And
these readings are so much fun.
I know, Spirit and the universe, they're just sending us signs all the time, all day long. And it could be a symbol or a sign or a message or a sound or a color or a feeling or a memory. I do feel Spirit comes to us. Sometimes we think, I'm just, when we hear them in our heads sometimes, it's our loved ones connecting to us. So really just be open to all of that, and really have gratitude for all that they're trying to still remain very much a part of our lives and support us.
Yeah. And that's what's so much fun, is that, when you really sort of open up your mind to the fact that this is possible at all. I have old friends that I'm friends with, because Facebook, you're just friends with everybody you've ever met in your life, right? So I have friends that just can't comprehend this. And it's not that they're wrong. They're not right. They're not wrong. There is no wrong, right? There is no right. There is no wrong. It just is, right? And it's just interesting because they just can't comprehend it. But we know, and it's so much fun, and it can be so beautiful and so healing and just not negative at all. So, okay, so we're going to pick up this last call here. Okay. So this might be our last call. Hi, you're live on the air with Cheryl and Lauri. Who am I speaking to?
Hello?
Hi. Who are we speaking to?
Hi. Jennifer?
Hi, Jennifer. How are you tonight?
I am good. How are you?
Good. You might want to turn your volume down because we can kind of hear ourselves.
I just did.
Oh, good.
I can't believe I got through.
Oh, yeah, you got through. You wouldn't believe how many calls we got. The phone just keeps ringing and ringing and ringing. It's great. It's so much fun. We love that. So what can we do for you?
I believe it. Well, I have been with Cheryl. I have had a reading from her twice.
Oh, great.
And one was last February.
Oh.
And it was pretty exciting, but it's kind of changed up quite a bit. So I was wondering if it was still on tracks for some things.
Okay. And what about just one? Why don't you ask us one question just so we could focus in that area, and then we'll both pitch in and see what we can do for you, Jennifer.
Okay, let's go with which one? Okay, how about the man that I met?
Ooh, I like that.
Someone.
That's always fun.
And
let's see.
Right, and so you're dating him right now.
Yes.
And your question would be,
is this a good match kind of thing?
Well, yeah, it's a good match. In February, it was funny how you tapped into it and how he just kind of bulldozed into my life. And it's a long distance thing, but it's been going really great. And I don't know. I think I doubt myself, and I doubt it sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
We all do that, by the way.
Does he live out of town?
Yeah, it's a long distance relationship.
Sorry, you said out of town, right?
Yeah. She said he's long distance, yeah.
Yeah. If you want to pick up, if you want to jump in.
Does he like travel for a living or something? I feel like it might be him coming to see you or something, but I feel like that he travels a lot. Does he travel a lot? Like
yes,
work?
He does. He travels to work.
To work, yeah. I feel like that he travels just a lot. I see him like just always like in and out and almost like, and I don't feel like that he's real happy about doing that anymore. Like I think he might have liked it at first, but now he's like kind of over that, the traveling thing.
Yeah, but he has to.
Yeah, right. I know. There's always the have tos. It's really interesting because in picking up his energy in relation to your energy, I feel like, and there's a reason, before you get all upset about what I'm going to say, just let me finish, okay? I feel like that it's like, like this. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like you're this way and he's this way. But I have a feeling that that might be because of the long distance. Now, so I'm saying that, and as I'm saying this out loud and I'm seeing these two sort of ships passing in the night, I also am seeing, okay, don't you love my visuals here? I feel like that you're just, you've got some twists and turns yet to go, and then they will come together at the end. Are you watching this or are you just listening? Because my visual.
No, I'm watching also.
Oh, okay, good. Because I feel like that you're like missing each other and, doing this. But then I feel like that after a while, it's going to be like, like all on the same page. I don't know if he's even old enough for retirement. I don't know if it's a job change thing, but I'm feeling like that, like within the next, and I'm sorry to say this, but within like the next year, there's going to be like a job change or something, and things are going to get a lot more stable between the two of you. Does that sound like possible or probable?
Well, yes, and actually, I've started my own company with my brother, and he's in the same business.
Oh.
And he just came over to work for us, and it's going well.
Okay.
But, we're hoping.
I still feel that, like, before things, like, sort of even out. I feel like that there's going to be, like, we got to do this, and we got to do that. I feel like there's going to be a lot of sort of mixing back and forth, so.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So overall, I mean, it still feels positive. It just feels like it's going to take a little bit longer because, there is the strain of not living or being around each other all the time. And just the frustration of even having to travel, is, you feel that.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I feel his frustration.
Yeah.
That's what I was really picking up on.
But it feels like there's an alignment coming with the two of you where you can kind of be physically closer and, more geographically closer to where it does feel like, okay, now we're on the same page. Now we're moving at the same speed. Now I'm feeling okay about this. So it might take a little bit longer for you to maybe start feeling that also. But it does feel, if you just hang in there for a little bit longer.
Yes, that's the whole thing. Hang in there.
There are some changes being made on your behalf to help that work out.
So
that's great, because I do feel like that most of the time, because I get to go see him quite a bit, and we're doing good.
Good.
So
that's great.
I feel the positive, but I think sometimes I let I worry
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
with everything going on. So I let the negative come in.
Yeah, right. Well, don't do that. Stop that. Always say,
stop
you know
it.
what? And you know what? I have a lot of clients that, and for some reason, this really just kicks in to my head right now, is that they say, well, in the end, it'll be blah, blah, blah. But you know what? There really isn't an end. There just is, right? There's no beginning. There's no end. It just is, as it's the present right now. So keep that in mind, because life is a journey. It's not a beginning point. It's not an end point. So just enjoy the ride.
Oh, I like that, because that is what I try to do.
Right.
So I don't know sometimes why I set that up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's tough. Yeah. So well, good luck to you.
Definitely.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you, and it was good talking to you again, Cheryl.
Thank
I
you.
always enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
She's great.
Thank
right?
you.
Have a good night. Thanks for calling.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Well, how much fun was that? This hour just like freaking
my
flew
God.
by.
Oh,
I mean, it was
it's
just like
fast.
so much fun. So
It's fast.
yeah, a lot of spirits. Woo!
Yeah, lots of
A lot
spirits.
of spirit action and a lot.
And, I think some of those messages might apply, like you
Yeah.
said, to some more people that called.
Right.
Spirit is so efficient and intelligent that
Yeah.
the messages that are given can apply to, a few people. So please, if it resonated with you out there, that I'm sure that message was meant for you also.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you for tuning in. You can reach Cheryl at her website, psychicmediumcherylmurphy.com. On my Facebook page, which is Spiritually Lauri, on Facebook. I'll have her information there, and so you can look at that. And then next week I have a fun show. It's just going to be me next week, no guest. But you can call in for readings. It's all good. You can still call in for readings. But I'm going to be talking about ways to change the habits that we've created in our life to turn them around and make them happy habits. Turn around and get rid of the negative and then insert the positive. So it's gonna be a great conversation, and I look forward to being with you again. Thank you so much for being my guest today, Cheryl. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And everybody, I just have a great evening. You can reach me on Facebook at Spiritually Lauri. My website, is laurialbert.com. And then that's about it. Until next time, everybody, stay happy. Take care.
Thank you. Namaste, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for watching Spiritually Speaking with Lauri Albert.